my name is Kia Rodriguez, and today I'm going to be showing you a few tools to use in the DEFT Live Linux CD for file search and developing a case in Autopsy. This video is to be used for educational purposes. I'm doing it for my Introduction to Digital Forensics class. So let's get started with a PowerPoint on some of the tools I'll be using and showing you today. What I'm using is the DEFT Linux. I'm using DEFT 8.2, I believe, and it was actually created in Italy. We go to the next slide. DEFT stands for the Digital Evidence and Forensics Toolkit, which you can download as an ISO image, like I did, and I burned it onto a CD. It is made up of a GNU/Linux and Dart, which is a Digital Advanced Response Toolkit. And the GNU/Linux is a free Unix-like operating system with a Linux kernel. So the first tool that I'm going to be showing you is Catfish. Catfish finds and locates the files and folders. And it'll also tell you where it's actually located, the size, and the last time it was modified. The next tool I'm going to show you is Findwild, which is more specific, in which it can find specific words within a directory that you're looking in, and it can locate the file that these specific words are located at. So Autopsy is what investigators use to actually build the case. So Autopsy will go from taking a hard drive image and building the case in, you can name the case, naming the location of what you're doing, and it'll also, some added tools in Autopsy is being able to recover deleted files, creating the report, searching for specific words, just like Findwild, and viewing the information about the file type. So now I'm going to switch over to my PC and we'll get started. Alright, so what I have open now is my VMware workstation. It's only a trial run. So I wanted to show you how I actually got my virtual machine onto the workstation. What I had done is I downloaded DEFT 8.2 I burned it onto a DVD, and I went to create a new virtual machine. I left it as typical. Went next. I actually put the DVD in, like it shows here, and then I go next. Linux, Debian, this computer's a 64-bit, went next. You can name it what you want, so DEFT Linux, go next. About 20 gigs to save whatever I do on the work machine. And then it gives you a rundown of everything you just went over, and then you click finish and you will get, let me pause it so you can see. You will get a window that looks kind of like this. It'll look exactly like this, but it'll say power on this virtual machine. Since mine is already suspended, I can just go in to the virtual machine now. Let's make this a little bigger. And so the first tool I want to show you is Catfish, which is the general file search machine. Alright. So we're going to go down here, which is like the DEFT start menu. We're going to go DEFT, and Catfish file search. My machine's just running a little slow. And like I said in the presentation, what Catfish does is it tries to generally find your file, whatever you name it, and it will look for it by name, and it will give you all the information you need to know about the file. So let's go into documents. And what I did in my documents is I made a couple folders, and within those folders, I made more folders. And I just want to see, I think it's like the fourth tier into one of the folders, I put a picture. So I named the picture accident, and I want to see if it will find it. So right now it says there were no files found, but if you look down here, it asks you, didn't find what you were looking for? Let's take a deeper search. So as it looks deeper into the files, it actually found the picture. So the picture was made at 2:47 p.m. It tells me the location, which is within a folder called recipes, and within another folder which I try to hide, meaning I try to pretend that this picture might have been evidence of some kind that they were hiding, or maybe, you know, somewhere in their documents there's evidence of an accident they were in or an accident they caused. So I was able to find the picture accident in the Mediterranean food folder that I had made. And that's Catfish. Let's see if we can find another one. Let's see, I made another folder, another document actually, called Switzerland, and it's within a folder within a folder. So again, you couldn't find it. It's more, when this comes up, I assume it's more of a face value search, like I couldn't find anything in the documents folder, but let me go through all the other folders to see if I can find it. And it did. It's an Excel sheet, which is within the work drive made at 220. And it tells me the size and everything I need to know about the file itself. And that's Catfish, a general file search GUI. So now I want to show you Findwild. So Findwild is supposed to be a more specific file search in which you can find specific words within a file. So within one of my files, I have the word, I have a paragraph written, and within it is the word keylogger. So I want to see if it can find that specific file that word is in. So it says no files found, but down here it actually found the file that it's in. The word keylogger is in this file, teamsafe.odt, which is a variation of a Word document. But what Findwild gives you, it gives you options. You can search any string. You can ignore any files. It tells you what path you want to look in. So I looked in my documents and what file you want to search, what combination of words you want to search, and it has these limiters that'll limit files or strings that have these characters in it. And you can place the date, like let's say I wanted to search files or words from the date of January until now. It'll find me those files. And this is Findwild. I'm gonna see if it maybe could find within another folder, if it can find another word I had put. I had put a sentence in one of these recipes talking about John depositing money. So I want to see, there's only one file that has it. I want to see if it can find that file. And it's searching, and it says there are no files found. And I'm going to agree with it because the picture, it found the picture, it did not find John. So I might be doing something wrong, but this is a cool tool because you can specify which words, which combination of words, which combination of files, and what path you actually want to find what you're looking for. Another great tool that does this is OS Forensics, which you can get images, hard drive images, and actually find the files and find specific words within these files, or even deleted files, and find variations and combinations of words that can build the file together, in the sense that it will find the deleted file and try to exhume it from the dead, aka permanent deletion. So now, what I think is the fun part is Autopsy, which is a case analysis software using the sleuth kit. So the one that D.E.F.T provides is an Autopsy browser, which is, you're going to build this case online on a web browser. So we'll just wait a little bit for it to load. And this tool is very, how should I say this? It's very structured in the way that it makes you go through a process in which a real law enforcement investigator would go through. So you have to name your case, you have to name your location, what you're looking for, and it'll analyze, let's say, a broken drive that they may have found. It may not be broken, so they can still get the information out of it. Autopsy is here so that we can build this case. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video right now and let the workstation and the virtual machine work itself out while I was trying to load Autopsy, and I'll be back when it starts again. Alright, so welcome back. So my D.E.F.T virtual machine was acting up a bit, so we have changed to a new and improved Autopsy. This is the Autopsy for Windows machine. It's the 3.12, still implemented with the sleuth kit. It basically goes through the same process as the one on D.E.F.T, except it doesn't ask for a host, and this one, in my opinion, seems like a more user-friendly version. So I've done the case a couple times to make sure that it's working properly, and let me take you through the steps. So what we do first is we create a new case. Let's give it, let's say, Jen's hard drive. So this hard drive we converted. It was supposed to be a hard drive that, you know, she had a lot of deleted files on, and we're trying to recover some of those files. Case number, that's it. I'm the examiner. So what should happen now is to give us the option to select the image that we want to actually investigate. So it is an image file, but you can do a local disk, logical files. But ours is an image. It's a .dd file right here. Our time zone. We want to see all of the results. We want to see a lot of the data. So we'll just go the slow route. These are our modules. This is what will allow us to analyze the drive itself. So we want to make sure that all these modules are running. We want to be able to look at emails and look at other keywords, maybe search specific words if we think maybe the subject is a bank robber. Maybe we want to see that he hasn't been writing emails or Word documents with instructions. It's a very helpful tool to have these different modules. So now Autopsy is analyzing our files on the drive. So it's going to take a little bit of time, but let's just make sure that it's running all of the modules. Right. Keywords unchecked because it comes out as an error and it says that Autopsy can't run this module, so we unchecked it. So since it's already running, we'll just let it analyze. And what we can see now from the drive, all the images and little pictures that you see here with the X's, those are deleted files. So as we see here on the side, classic, English, these are all deleted. And what we'll soon see after the analyzation is over, we'll see a folder here called carved files, which basically means it found all the files that had been previously deleted, and it's going to bunch them up into one big file for just deleted. So what we want to do now is maybe go through a couple files and give you an example of what could be in the report. So these are tags, and what tags do is what their name says, they tag things. So let's say, we go into this deleted file, there's nothing in it. We go to the next one, she has a couple more. So let's say here in English, let's just pick one. Let's go with Cleopatra. And this gives us the information. It tells us the type of file type, so it's a Microsoft Word document. We go here to metadata, and it tells us the size, when it was modified, created, changed, and the hash. And this here reflects what's here going to the right. The ID, when with the sleuth kit, it tells us, if it was allocated, what attributes, the name of the person who did it, or the name of the document itself, when it was written, access, created, the sectors. And the string should allow us to see what is actually in that document, even though it's deleted. So what we can see here is it was a Microsoft Word 6.0 document. Bill Nelson. See, we can actually read what's in this document. And it's the Antony and Cleopatra play. So that happens a lot with different text. So we can see here in this .txt file, moral sentiments. It looks like it's a picture because this is Fujifilm. Right? So we go here to moral sentiments doc. We go to string, the text body, the type, Times New Roman, the font, sympathy. Section 1, chapter 1. We can read a lot of that. So let's say we want to tag the Cleopatra file. So we go to tag, do a quick tag, and we'll put it under copyrighted. Or deleted. We could have put in that one too. We're going to go here to English and see if we can find another one. Another file that may have been deleted. It's still analyzing our files, so we're just going to pick one here. So you have our information, again, Microsoft Word, the metadata, it's about. So here we can actually read that whole document. And I'll tag it so that in our report we can actually download the file. So we'll put this under deleted. So now let's go to pictures to see if we can find any deleted pictures. Oh, we have it done. So if we go here, we can't see the image. We can read results. We can read what type of image it is, when it was created, the hash. This will tell us the brand or the device maker or model. So let's tag this picture to see if we can actually see it. We'll put it under deleted. Let's go to recycle. I will try to find a document that's not deleted, but these all appear to be deleted. Try to find some pictures. So if we see here in the EXIF metadata, because as you can see, I'm going through recycled and all the pictures are deleted. If we go here to the EXIF, which is a format of images, it's actually loading because we're about 5% done with the analyzation, but we can actually see these pictures. I'll do thumbnail so you can see a variety of them. And it tells us the model, the device make, where it was created. It'll let us see all the pictures. And when we do our report, it'll also tell us the source file, the day it was created, the device model, the device make, all listed. So we can use that information to maybe locate these devices and try to figure out, oh, maybe the suspect was within one of these pictures. You know, this is good information to know because we can locate that camera and have that accessible to us. So since the analyzation is done, here we have carved files. And what that means is that Autopsy was able to go through this drive, even if it was damaged, and locate all the files that were deleted and kind of revived them, brought them back to life so that we can see them. So let's go to table so we can maybe tag a few. So this is a document. This is a revived Word document, Microsoft Word. So let's tag this so that we can see it. And we'll delete it. And this is basically all of Autopsy. It was able to find a lot of deleted images. We were able to tag our, specific documents. And now we want to generate a report. So we're going to make it as an HTML. Go next. We want all the results. And this is our link. So it'll list everything that we saw, or at least everything that we tagged in Autopsy. So it might come up with the other cases I created, but we'll be able to see the new one we just demonstrated. And the good thing about this is Autopsy lets you actually download the files that we tagged. Hopefully, let's see if we can actually open them. But here's our case summary, the name, the number, the investigator. We only had one image, which is the one I loaded. This is the EXIF metadata, which tells you the device manufacturer, the model, and where it was located in the device. So it tells us exactly where that file can be found and all the pictures. So we keep going down. We had one keyword hit, which is animation@fighting.com in the unallocated section. So if we go here to our tagged file, we can actually open the files that were previously deleted with their new hashes or original hashes. So it tells us when it was created, the access, the modified, and their sizes. So let's see if we can open the image, which we couldn't see before. And I believe not. Let's click the next one. Let's see if we can get the dicey document. And we can. This computer currently doesn't have Word, I don't believe, but let's just try opening it. And we don't. But a good thing is it works. It identified it as a Microsoft Word document, And as an investigator, since this was a previously deleted document, I now have access to whatever they tried to delete or whatever they tried to carve, because this was a carved file. As we can see, it can also open this carved file. So Autopsy is very good at making your case, building your case, and also allowing you access to anything that the suspect was trying to hide, which I think is a very useful tool. So, in conclusion, the file searching and the case analysis is very helpful for digital forensics in the case that we need proof and the evidence to actually examine broken data. So these different tools I showed you, Catfish and Findwild and Autopsy, all help in that investigative session when trying to actually locate data and files and folders. And I hope you enjoyed the video.